What if I told you that everything you think you know about leadership is wrong? We're always told to hustle harder, be ruthless, climb to the top no matter what. But today, we're going to completely destroy that idea. I'm going to show you a leadership style that's thousands of years old, more powerful than anything you'll learn in a business school. We are diving deep into the Bhagavad Gita, an ancient text with some of the most insane wisdom you'll ever hear. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. I'm talking about leading like Krishna. This isn't a boring history lesson. These are practical, game-changing secrets you can start using the second this video ends. We're breaking down 5 powerful lessons that will transform how you lead your team, your business, your life. We'll give you the exact blueprint to lead with insane clarity, purpose, power that doesn't just demand respect, it earns it. Get ready. By the end, you'll have 5 ancient secrets modern CEOs would pay millions for. Let's do this. All right, first up, and this one is an absolute game changer. Most leaders are obsessed with their ego. It's all about my company, my success, my legacy. But Krishna drops this insane truth bomb on Arjuna. Lead with dharma, not with pride. What does that even mean? It means your decision should come from a place of core values and what's right, your dharma, not from wanting to look good or be the most powerful person in the room. Every time a leader makes a catastrophic mistake, it's almost always because their ego got in the way, chasing money, fame, power, and they sacrificed their integrity for it. We see billionaires on magazine covers and think that's the goal. But Krishna's telling us true power isn't about being everywhere. It's about daily choices rooted in unshakable truth and integrity. Build something that lasts because it's built on a solid foundation of doing the right thing, not just what looks good short term. This isn't just a philosophy, it's a strategy. When your team knows you'll choose what's right over what's easy, their trust goes through the roof. Imagine a leader who asks, "What is the most ethical and valuable action we can take right now?" instead of, "How will this make me look?" That person is basically a superhero. They see the bigger picture because they aren't blinded by their own reflection. This is the first and maybe most critical step to leading like Krishna. You have to kill your ego before it kills your leadership potential. Our world feeds our egos. Likes, promotions, titles. Krishna's wisdom flips that. Real importance comes from serving a purpose greater than yourself. When you lead from values, you're not just a manager. You become a moral compass. People follow because they're inspired by the principles you stand for. They want to be part of the mission. Before every major decision, ask, am I doing this for my ego or because it aligns with our core values and true purpose? That single question can be the difference between a temporary gain and lasting, meaningful success. The difference between being a boss and being a true leader. It's the first secret, and we're just getting started. Now for the second lesson. This one might sound completely insane, but stick with me. Krishna tells Arjuna to practice nishkama karma, doing the work for its own sake, committing 100% to your duty without being attached to the results. Let that sink in. You pour your heart and soul into a project. You work harder than anyone else, but you emotionally let go of whether it succeeds or fails. How is that even possible? It sounds like a paradox, but it's the secret to peak performance and mental freedom. Think about the last time you were desperately attached to an outcome. Huge presentation, product launch, a sales target. All that anxiety and pressure doesn't help you perform better. It just clogs your mind with fear of failure and fantasies of success. Krishna says obsession with the result is the source of suffering and distraction. When you worry about the outcome, you aren't fully present. You split your focus, and your work suffers. The magic happens when you shift focus from destination to journey. Your duty isn't to guarantee a win. It's to give your absolute best effort, prepare meticulously, Execute flawlessly with full concentration and commitment. That's it. That's the part you control. Market conditions, luck, competitors, you can't control any of that. So why waste precious mental energy worrying? This is the ultimate productivity hack. Work on ambitious goals without the crushing weight of potential failure. You'll be more creative, more resilient, and you'll enjoy the process. This doesn't mean you don't have goals. You absolutely aim, but your emotions aren't tied to hitting them. Satisfaction comes from the excellence of your effort. If you succeed, celebrate. If you fail, it's not a catastrophe. It's a data point. Analyze, learn, move on to the next challenge. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, they fall in love with process, practice, and the grind. Results are a byproduct of dedication to the craft. Redefine success, not the trophy at the end, but the dedication you bring every day. Commit with the intensity of a warrior and the inner peace of a monk detached from the fruits of work. Chapter 3. People think being spiritual and value-driven means being soft and passive. Krishna demolishes that. Balance deep wisdom with brilliant strategy. The Gita unfolds on the brink of war. Krishna doesn't say just meditate. He gives moral clarity to fight and win. True leadership is applying ideals in the messy real world. Don't just make a plan, make the right plan. Time it, resource it. Weigh consequences, filtered through core values. Wisdom is your GPS destination, the why. Strategy is your turn-by-turn to get there. Sometimes it's a straight highway, other times detours and delays. Great leaders see both the destination and the map. They know when to push, when to hold, negotiate, or stand firm. Not reactive, profoundly strategic. A good leader executes a plan. A legendary leader chooses which plan is worth executing and plays the infinite game. Do inner work on your why, your anchor, and become a student of strategy, industry, competitors, human psychology, timing. Build your tactical toolkit. Combine deep inner wisdom with sharp external awareness, and you're unstoppable. You're not just executing someone else's vision, you're the visionary who can also draw the map. Chapter 4. This is where you go from leader to legend. Many leaders hoard information, micromanage, and try to be the single source of power. Krishna teaches the opposite. He doesn't just give orders. He helps Arjuna see clearly so he can choose rightly. Create leaders, not followers. When you awaken agency and vision in each person, you don't just add output, you multiply capacity. A decentralized network of smart, motivated people beats a team of drones. Arjuna was broken and ready to quit. Krishna could have said, "I'll handle it," or "just do what I say." He didn't. He walked him through the deepest questions, teaching him how to fish on a cosmic scale. Practically, stop being the bottleneck. Ask more questions than you answer. What do you think? What's your assessment? What do you need from me to solve this? Build psychological safety. Share information openly. Be a coach, a mentor, a guide, not a dictator. Empower people and they take ownership. The project becomes their project. The company's success becomes their success. Work becomes meaningful. Then you can focus on vision, removing major obstacles, and developing leaders who will surpass you. That's the ultimate legacy, not what you built, but who you built. Chapter 5. The world is chaotic. Markets crash. Projects fail. Pandemics happen. Chaos is a guarantee. Most people get tossed around, reactive, stressed, lost. The lesson: stay anchored amid chaos. Krishna is the calmest presence on the battlefield, the eye of the storm. He's anchored by something deeper than circumstances. His purpose and values are his compass, always pointing true north. In crisis, everyone looks to you. If they see calm, centered focus on the mission, it steadies them. This isn't pretending or a brave face, it's genuine stability from the prior lessons. Because you're not attached to outcomes, You're not terrified of failure. Because you're not driven by ego, your self-worth isn't on the line. Guided by wisdom and strategy, you see beyond the crisis. Think of a huge ship in a hurricane. It isn't the paint or engines that save it. It's the anchor buried deep. That anchor is your purpose. It's your why. In a crisis, yes, this is hard. Yes, it's uncertain. But remember what we are here to do. Remember our mission. Let's take the next right step. Anyone can steer in calm waters. The leaders who hold it together in the storm are the ones we remember. They become legends. By practicing these lessons, you're not just learning techniques, you're forging the anchor within, becoming the calm in the storm, the steady hand on the wheel, the unshakable presence. Outro. So there you have it. 5 lessons from the Bhagavad Gita, thousands of years old, but more relevant than ever. Lead with values, not ego. Focus on the work, not the results. Balance wisdom with strategy. Empower others to become leaders. And stay anchored in the middle of chaos. This isn't just feel-good advice. It's a blueprint for legendary influence and impact. Don't just watch and forget. Pick one lesson and apply it today, right now. Ask if a decision is ego or values, or focus entirely on your effort for the next hour. Let go of the outcome. You have the knowledge now. The only thing left is to take action. This wisdom can change your business and your life. Subscribe for more leadership rooted in timeless teachings. Thank you for watching. Now go lead.